Since approving all Phase 1 recommendations as presented by the Disability Act back in September, Syracuse University has worked closely with the Center for Disability Resources on how to better accommodate and integrate disabled students and coworkers within our SU community. On April 14th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., Syracuse's HR department will be holding an event called Rethinking the Disability Paradigm, the university community working together. The event will largely focus on answering questions about able-bodied privilege and how our own internal biases and microaggressions can manifest in the workplace. I spoke with Associate Professor in the School of Education and Director in the Center for Disability and Inclusion, Dr. Christine Ashby, on redefining the word disability and what attendees can expect from this event.
A huge first thing is to recognize that disability goes beyond things that we can easily identify from the surface, right? Just by looking at somebody. I think it's easy for people to wrap their heads around we need ramps because of people needing wheelchair access, without realizing that disability can cover a whole range of issues, from sensory issues to neurological differences to differences with people's sight or hearing, that there's lots and lots of things that can be impacted.
Another key topic that will be discussed is the idea of able-bodied privilege. In discussion, Dr. Ashby further explains why ableism is a source of privilege and why it is pivotal for the SU community to recognize our privilege.
Similar to white privilege or heteronormative privilege, able-bodied privilege is this idea that society, our structures, our policies, our physical spaces, our classrooms are designed with non-disabled people in mind. Right. In other words, we assume that everybody accessing those spaces can walk, can speak, can hear, can see, can read text, can make meaning of things in the same way. And therefore, if you don't fit that, the problem lies with the person, right? That's the sort of idea of able-bodied privilege.
Both Dr. Ashby and the Center for Disability Resources believe that SU has made ample accommodations for students within this community, that they still believe that there is room for integration within centralizing support and universal design.
I would say we've come a long way in terms of accommodations, accessibility, thinking about universal design. However, we need to do significantly more. By their very nature, accommodations are often seen as individualistic, and they're an afterthought, as opposed to thinking about what is the widest range of people that are going to access this space, this event, this online resource, this instruction, and how do we think about them ahead of time?
And Dr. Ashby leaves us off with the message of rethinking the assumptions that we hold about what it means to be disabled, to refrain from seeing a disability as a problem that we're trying to solve, to seeing a disability as a valued part of someone's identity. If you would like to learn more about this community and gain more awareness about your own beliefs, register for this event through the SU Events calendar. Emily Karp, Juice and Java, CitrusTV News.